So in this video we are going to discuss about the degree of different type of functional group. Like first of all we are going to take the degree of alkyl halide. How do we determine the degree of alkyl halide? So first of all we can say like degree of alkyl halide is determined by the degree of carbon at which halogen atom is attached. Means we do not directly determine the degree of alkyl halide. We can say like the degree of alkyl halide is determined by the carbon, the degree of carbon which is directly attached with the halogen group. Example, let's say I write CH3, CH2, CH2, Cl. When it is like 1 degree alkyl halide. Why? Because the halogen which is directly connected to the carbon is 1 degree carbon. This is 1 degree carbon. So the halogen is also 1 degree alkyl halide. Like CH3, CH3, Br. So it is 2 degree carbon that directly attached with halogen, then it is 2 degree alkyl halide. Now let's take next example, CH3, CS3I. It will be like 2 degree alkyl halide. Now go on further. Let's take the example like CH3C, CH3Cl and CS3. It will be like 3 degree alkyl halide. If I take another example like this iodine, that will be 2 degree alkyl halide. If I take one more example like let's take one more example of cyclic ring. Here we have methyl and we have chloride. So it is again the carbon directly attaches 3 degree. So it will be 3 degree alkyl halide. So we have seen the degree of carbon. Now the halogens. What are the halogens? Halogens in general represented are X, and halogen could be fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. And astatine is also halogen, but it is an radioactive. It is a radioactive atom. So generally we do not use them in organic chemistry. Now let's determine the degree of alcohols. How do we determine the degree of alcohol? The degree of alcohol is determined by the degree of carbon containing OH group and which is directly connected to it. So let's take an example of CH3, CH2, CH2 and OH. It is 1 degree alcohol. Why 1 degree alcohol? Because this carbon is 1 degree carbon and it is directly connected with OH group. C, OH. Now I'm not writing all the hydrogens because There are lots of examples we have to write. So it is 2 degree alcohol. Remember what especially about this, that we're gonna do really a lot of problems. Might be you never have ever done that much problems that we're gonna do. In each and every topic you will be seeing. Okay. 2 degree alcohol. Now if I write it is again 3 degree alcohol. And if I write like, if I ask you which degree of alcohol is, this carbon is like 2 degree carbon, so it is 2 degree alcohol. If I ask you like this, it is also 3 degree alcohol. If I ask you, it is 2 degree alcohol. So these are the examples of alcohol. Now we're gonna write one more functional group, that is amine. So how do we determine the degree of amine? Degree of amine is determined by the degree of nitrogen. Means what is the degree of nitrogen? How many alkyl group is directly connected with nitrogen? So if it is like NH2, it is 1 degree amine. Now if you write it is like NH, it will be 2 degree amine. If I like it like NH, it is 3 degree amine. So if I write some examples again, NH2, it will be 1 degree amine. If I write it will be again 1 degree amine. Now let's take some more examples. It will again be 1 degree amine. Now this nitrogen has 1 hydrogen and 2 alkyl group directly connected. So that will be 2 degree amine. It doesn't matter the length of the alkyl group and the position also, the substituent attached over here. We will be counting it as a 2 degree amine. Now if I give you one more example, this will be again 2 degree amine. Bond line formula we have already seen. I hope you all can understand what does it mean. In this mean this is carbon, this is carbon. Every corner and every band is carbon. And if it is a single line, then it is single bond. Double line means double bond. Triple line means it is triple bond. Now if I write example like this is and this, so this is 3 degree amine. Now let's take one more very good example like yes, that will be, and that, and also that is 1 degree amine, that is 2 degree amine, and that will be 3 degree amine. So that's how we determine the degree of functional group, whether it is 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, even quaternary in some case like carbon is 3 degree and 4 degree. Like alkyl halide can't be 4 degree, right? And amines can't be 4 degree. And alcohol also cannot be 4 degree because one bond has to be with alkyl halide group, means halogen, and one bond has to be with OH in case of alcohol, right?